Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Phil.
Hi, Julia. How are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. The sun is shining today.
Yes, it's shining here too. It's pretty cold, but beautiful.
Have you been out today?
No, I haven't been out. I went on the
Yeah.
balcony and it was really freezing, so I came back inside. So I've just had a really funny focus with Charlotte. The topic was speed dating.
Ah,
So it was very interesting. We had students, but only 2 women contributed to the discussion. So we
right.
were kind of missing the male perspective on
Okay. Talking badly about men.
kind of, yeah.
Is
It
that
was fun.
is that the focus activity with Stud Up and
Right.
yeah, that one? Okay.
Go Dutch and things like that.
Do we have anyone today?
Hello.
Hello, say hello.
Say hello.
Anybody in the comments? Anybody watching?
So we have a very interesting topic here as well, a hotel review.
Yeah.
Hello, Emanuela. Hello, Alessandra.
Hi. Where are you from? I'm English. Julia is Canadian, and we both work in Milan.
Where are you from, and where do you study English?
Yeah. Julia is lucky because she's in the mountains at the moment.
Yeah. Well, I'm at home in the mountains, but I'm still in
Okay.
the mountains. And the view is beautiful outside my window.
That's very fortunate.
So, why did you choose this topic today, Phil?
Because it's an interesting one. There is lots of good vocabulary, and we use TripAdvisor quite a lot. So this would be good for navigating TripAdvisor when you're in a foreign country, or navigating reviews. And you can use this language to describe hotels or restaurants. So yes, it's an interesting one.
Right, you can learn to write a review on TripAdvisor. That is something we commonly do.
Exactly.
So I'm from Agrigento, a small town in Sicily, but I've lived in Milan for a few years. Oh, I study in my school in Milan. Which school?
We're in the school near the station, Fabio Fizzi.
And Raffaele is from Rome. And
Hello, Raffaele.
Judging from the picture, it looks like Raffaele plays the clarinet. Are you a musician, Raffaele? And we have Emanuela from San Lazzaro di Savena, a village near Bologna. And I'm studying English in Bologna. That's great. And Raffaele says, yes, he is a musician. Do you play the clarinet?
I think it's a clarinet, isn't it?
Right.
Yeah.
Bruno from Lyon. Nice.
We have, but that looks like an Italian name, Bruno. Do you have an Italian family? Can you speak Italian, Bruno?
Oh, Alessandra, I study in Maies in Milano Filzi. I did some lessons with you.
Ah.
Yes. Great.
Hi, Alessandra. Thank you for coming to watch our webinar today.
And we have Francesca from Milan.
Hello, Francesca.
And yes, Raffaele plays the clarinet.
Good. Make sure you say I play clarinet, so with the present simple, it's just subject and verb. So I play the clarinet.
Right, because it's a fact about yourself in general. I imagine that in this moment, you are following this lesson. You're not playing the clarinet in this moment.
No.
Oh, Bruno says he doesn't speak Italian.
Ah, it's just the name Bruno Sagnamorte. It sounds very, very Italian to me, but never mind.
Okay, shall we get started?
Okay, let's start.
Would you like to read?
Okay, a hotel review. In this focus activity, hotel vocabulary, writing a review and suggesting improvements. So we have a couple of new words, maybe a review and improvements. What is a review? How can you describe a review? What do you put in a review?
Well, you usually write a review after your visit to a hotel or to a restaurant. In your review, you write your opinion about your experience at the hotel or at the restaurant.
Right.
So, how often do you write reviews?
I usually write a review when something is really good, if my experience was really good, or if it was really bad. Fortunately, because I live in Italy, I haven't had many bad experiences with service. So I usually write a good review if I've had a good experience there.
That's
And
great.
how about you, Julia? Do you often write reviews?
I have to say I don't write reviews that much, and I'll tell you why. Sometimes the experience isn't 100% perfect, and there are problems, but I never like to speak badly about a hotel or a campsite or any place I've been. So if it wasn't perfect, I don't want to speak badly, so I don't write a review. I don't know if that is the right thing to do, because I feel sorry for the people running the business. I don't want to speak badly, even if there was a problem. What
That's
would
very
you do?
good. Oh, that's very good of you. You could say that maybe you could suggest improvements to them, but maybe not so publicly. But then, if they don't give you a way to suggest, like a suggestion box, then maybe it's difficult to do that. So yeah, I know, I agree. I think some restaurants and bars really have problems if they like new restaurants or new bars. It's a problem for them if someone leaves a bad review. So yeah, I think maybe you're right.
Yeah,
Okay.
and any of these platforms that could be like, as you said, TripAdvisor or Airbnb, if you write badly, then it really has an impact on the person running the business. So you really don't want to damage them, even if there was a minor problem. I think it gets too much attention.
Yeah.
So once I was in a campsite, but I waited like 5 days to get sheets that were supposed to be included in the service.
The sheets.
The sheets, like the pillowcases, it was part of the service.
Okay.
But I didn't like, if you write something like that on their review, then maybe it has a strong impact on their future bookings. So you don't want to damage anyone. At least that's my personal way. But how when it's title review? And Bruno says you can't do anything without being asked to write a review. It's boring. It's annoying.
Okay. So remember, annoying is when something disturbs you or bothers you, and boring is when you want to sleep. Like a long movie is very boring. So is it boring or annoying? Okay. And Francesca's written, I often use TripAdvisor when I don't know the restaurant that I want to try. If the comments are good, probably I will go there, or I will go in that restaurant. Okay. Very nice. Yeah. I think I agree with Francesca. When I'm new to an area, then I will use TripAdvisor to find a really good local food, typical from that place.
And we have our student from Milan, Beatrice. Welcome. I'm happy you're following these online webinars. It's great to have you. Okay, should we start?
Okay. A summary. Think of your best and worst hotel experiences. Using only 3 words each, try to describe both of these hotels.
Hey.
Okay. I can think of some words. I'm thinking about a hostel I stayed in a long time ago. I have some words to describe that one.
Positive or negative?
Negative. It wasn't particularly great. What are you thinking about, Julia?
Yeah, I've had some bad experiences too with an Airbnb apartment. But I also have had positive experiences in hotels.
Good. Okay, maybe somebody in the comments will give us some words to describe a really good experience or a really bad one. It doesn't have to be 3 words. You can just be one.
Okay. So should we start with the bad ones, then move on to the good ones?
Okay.
So how would you describe your experience in the hostel?
Well, it was uncomfortable. And it was a little bit run down.
Run down is a really nice adjective.
Yeah. So it was run down means that nobody maintained the building. It wasn't in good condition. The building, the structure was not in good condition. How about your good experience, Julia?
Well, I had a lovely experience in a bed and breakfast in Cagliari. The building was a beautiful historical building. So you had part of the room, the decoration was really nice. So I'm supposed to use only 3 words? Okay.
No, you can use more.
Okay. I would say it had a historical feel. It was extremely clean, and the check-in was easy.
Okay.
Raffaele, last summer I was in a house and it was a good experience. Nice.
In a house, Raphael. What type of house was it? Was it an apartment? Did you stay in an apartment? Or did you stay in a cottage in the countryside, or what kind of house was it? Because a house is usually for a family, I think, where you live. Okay.
Okay, so give us some details about your travel experiences,
Yeah.
positive and negative.
Oh, we missed a comment from Bruno. It says unpersonal. I think he means impersonal. Impersonal. So I guess the staff were not easy to speak to. So we could maybe say impolite or unfriendly.
And not welcoming.
Yeah.
Manuela. For Valentine's Day, I went with my husband to a wonderful hotel and spa near our home in Castel San Pietro Terme. And we had an amazing experience because the hotel and the location are wonderful. Wow, that sounds amazing.
Okay. Now the hotel and the location, in the past tense, the hotel and the location were wonderful. Even though it's there now, we use the past tense to talk about an experience.
And Francesca, I had a lovely experience in Chicago for my honeymoon.
Oh, wow. Give us more details, Francesca. Where did you stay? What was the hotel like? Ah, okay. Everything was perfect and clean, and we had a very, a really great view. Okay. So everything with a Y, and I think you're confusing your V's and W's. We had a very great view.
Very nice.
Lovely. I've never been to Chicago. Have you?
No, never.
I would like to go.
Yes, I'd like to visit the States.
Okay, let's move on.
From our students, I would like to go here to the spa. I would really like to go there.
I don't really like spas, you know. I think they're kind of boring.
Oh, really? I find it so relaxing.
Okay, let's move on. So, what qualities do you look for in a good hotel? So, people in the comments, when you write or when you read a review, what do you look for? What are the areas, the qualities that you look for in a good hotel? For example, should we give them one example? Maybe.
Yes. Friendly staff.
Yeah, that's one thing that we look for. What else?
Good breakfast.
Yeah, definitely. I'm looking for an English breakfast in my hotel with eggs, sausage, bacon.
I like a nice Italian breakfast. Croissants and the cakes and excellent coffee, which is not always easy to find in a hotel.
No.
Bruno, I look for the cleanliness.
Very good. Perfect spelling. Cleanliness. It is the noun of clean. Cleanliness.
Great. For me, a hotel must be clean, not noisy, and the staff must be polite.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, Raffaele. Francesca,
Lovely.
I think a good welcome is the best start. Yes, it is, of course. I like a nice view. And do you think location is important?
Definitely, yeah. If I go to a new city, I try to find somewhere close to the center or that is near the metro stop, so it's easy to reach the center. I think the location is probably the most important thing for me because I don't stay in the hotel very much when I go on holiday. I like to explore.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Emanuela. We have a
Nearness.
new word.
Proximity.
Okay, proximity to the center. And the cleanliness, not the cleaning, but the cleanliness.
Okay, let's take a look here at
Yeah.
some ideas. Location, staff attitude. What does attitude mean?
I think it's their mentality. Are they positive? Are they negative? What do you want? Hi, welcome to the hotel. Do they have a positive attitude?
Her behavior as well.
Hmm. What else?
We have cleanliness, as we said, comfort, overall value for money. That's important. And services offered.
Yeah. Ooh. So oh, okay. Beatrice said, yes, location is very important. I need a lot of light.
Yes, it's never nice if you're in a dark room. And I think that another thing that is sometimes difficult to find is proper artificial lighting, like the right light to read in your room, for example. So natural light and also artificial light. And the staff must be helpful.
That's a good adjective there. The stuff must be helpful. Good.
Absolutely. Okay, shall we
Okay,
move on?
what does it mean by value for money?
Mm-hmm.
So good value for money. I always think that sushi restaurants are good value for money because it's usually all you can eat. So you spend maybe 15 euros and you eat a lot. So it's good value for money.
Yes, definitely.
And if you find a hotel maybe close to the center of a city and it's not very expensive, that would be good value for money too, in my opinion.
It's also quality, not only quantity.
Mm-hmm.
So in a restaurant,
yeah,
the quality is good, the ingredients are fresh, then you're getting good value for money.
exactly.
So
Okay,
the balance.
Yeah, I wanted to say comfort is the noun. What's the adjective? And how do you pronounce it? So we have a lot of problems with people pronouncing this word. Shall I say it?
Yes.
Comfortable. Comfortable. So when I pronounce it, I remove fort. Comfortable. Comfortable. How do you say it, Julia?
Comfortable.
Yeah. Comfortable.
It's kind of tricky. You have F, then T. Comfortable.
So the O and the R is really not necessary. Comfortable. Okay, we can move on now, I think, Julia.
Descriptions. How can you describe these things? Think of positives and negatives. Location, staff attitude, cleanliness, comfort, overall value for money.
Okay, so yeah, for example, for location, we have, well, as you saw, that ideal location or poor location. Somebody said also close to the center.
Staff attitude. This is the mentality and behavior of the staff. It can be polite or rude, helpful or unhelpful.
Rude, I think, is the opposite of polite. Somebody, or it's similar to unhelpful. Rude.
Rude is very bad. We have impolite. Impolite is not so bad. Rude is really bad.
Yeah.
Cleanliness. The hotel can be spotless, so 100% clean, no imperfection in the cleaning. Or at the opposite, it can be filthy, extremely dirty.
So is spotless really good or really bad?
Spotless is really good.
Okay, and filthy?
Extremely bad.
Okay, we don't want, so we want a spotless room and we don't want a filthy room. Okay.
Yes.
Got it.
Comfort. Feel at home, comfortable, and the opposite, uncomfortable. Well, when you feel at home, it's the best feeling, I think.
Yeah.
Francesca,
you can also say it's welcoming, maybe, as well.
Yes, welcoming.
Comfort, welcoming. It's important, the context. Okay. I think in it, maybe this is an Italianism. In English, we say the atmosphere is important, or the ambience. Not a contest is like a competition, like a chess contest. For example, if it is formal or informal, if a dress code is required. Okay, so subject first and then the passive. So if a dress code is required. That's a good answer there, Francesca. Thank you.
Very nice. And you can have overall value for money. Good value for money. Cheap, overpriced, and not worth it. Let's take a look at these. Good value for money. What does that mean?
So when you don't spend a lot and you receive a good service or a good amount. So maybe an Airbnb is often good value for money because they are not very expensive, but you have a lot of space.
That's true. And you often have all the things you need, different appliances, features in the apartment.
Overpriced. Is that good value for money?
Overpriced is too much money. It's too expensive.
Mm-hmm. Similar to not worth it. Worth is a funny word. I think in Italian you would say non vale or non vale la pena, not worth it. I'm not sure in French. Maybe you can tell us what it is in French, but it's yeah, you spend 100 euros, but it's worth maybe 20. It's not worth 100 euros.
That's true.
Okay.
What does cheap mean?
Cheap is the opposite of expensive.
Right. So it
You
doesn't
spend-
cost a lot of money.
Exactly. So students, have a look if you recognize this. Okay, let's try to pronounce this. Can you? Well, you're from Canada, so maybe you can say it.
I want the French Canadian thing. Cela ne vaut pas la peine.
Cela non va pas la peine. It's very difficult to pronounce French. I should learn. I'm sorry, my French is terrible.
Nice. Now, what are some services hotels offer?
Ooh, you mean like features in the hotel?
Like laundry.
Mm-hmm. Maybe a swimming pool.
Yes, very important. You can have a sauna.
Yeah. Can you pronounce that again, Julia?
Sauna.
Okay. Sauna. Okay.
And another one is a jacuzzi.
Ooh, jacuzzi. So a sauna. Okay, a sauna and a jacuzzi. Everybody try at home. Sauna and jacuzzi. Strange pronunciation that we have. Beatrice says Wi-Fi and air conditioning. Air conditioning. Emanuela, golf. Alessandra, gym. So maybe Emanuela means a golf course. A swimming pool, gym. Okay. Lovely. Very good. Shall we click and see what it says?
Gym, pool, jacuzzi, sauna, shuttle service, restaurant, bar.
Mm-hmm. Lovely.
What's
Maybe
the shuttle service?
Okay, a shuttle service is a hotel it is an airport pickup, excuse me. So a bus or a car takes you from the airport to the hotel and takes you back to the airport from the hotel.
Okay, and I know some new phrasal verbs that we can use with the shuttle service.
Yes. So when you, for example, when you take the person from the airport, there is a phrasal verb that we use more commonly than take.
You pick up somebody at the airport.
So pick up from the airport. And at the other end,
you drop off someone at the airport.
Yeah.
we have pick up and drop off.
Exactly. Pick them up from the airport and then drop them off at the hotel. Okay. Shall we look at a review? Okay, we have a review here. It's a Manhattan hotel in Brussels. Have you been to Brussels, Julia?
No, I haven't. I've
Me
been to
neither.
Belgium, but not to
Okay.
Brussels.
Yeah, I've never been to Belgium. I would like to go. I would like to try the chips
Oh, yeah.
and the beer and the chocolate. All the good stuff. Okay. Shall I read?
Yeah.
Okay. So as we read, write down any new vocabulary that you find. Okay. Even though the place was cheap and located near the center, this has been one of the worst hotels I have ever stayed at in my life. Our room was absolutely filthy. There was hair on the floor and the sink wouldn't drain. Ugh. There was
Ooh.
no hot water in the shower and the bathroom smelt strange. The beds were old and very uncomfortable, like sleeping on a rock. Breakfast consisted of cheap bread and cheese, so we went to a restaurant instead. The worst part was that during the night, thieves broke into some of the rooms. Fortunately, our room wasn't robbed. The staff were very rude and unhelpful, even to the guests who were robbed. They even seemed to be annoyed. I don't recommend staying here to anyone. Stay away. Uh-oh, that's a
Wow,
terrible review.
it's a nightmare. Well, if I had such a bad experience, I would write a review.
Yes.
Definitely. That sounds like a nightmare. So, any new words here?
There are some questions if we click as well.
How is the location described?
I think it's near the beginning.
It says the place was cheap and located near the center. And those are positives. But then it says our room was absolutely filthy.
Now, was filthy a good thing or bad?
Very bad.
Very dirty. You could say a synonym of filthy is dirty.
Beatrice asks, what is robbed?
Okay, so if your house or a bank is robbed or a car, it means a thief broke into the car and stole the contents inside. So my car was robbed yesterday. They took my wallet. They stole my keys. Okay. It's not true, fortunately. It's just an example. Has your house ever been robbed, Julia?
No, thankfully
Okay.
it hasn't.
Thank goodness.
I don't think. I've only had an umbrella robbed from my doorstep once.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
How is the value described?
Probably not very good.
Well, the value, it says it was cheap.
Oh, okay. So cheap.
Cheap is okay.
Well, yeah. But maybe not good value for money.
No. How is the cleanliness described?
All right. Well, we have filthy. We have hair on the floor, and the sink wouldn't drain. So that means the sink where you wash your hands, it was blocked. So you turn on the tap, and the water doesn't go down. Sink is blocked. And the bathroom smelt strange. Ugh.
Smell is the past simple of smell.
Yeah. Stink.
Yeah. Okay. How's the staff described?
Again, probably not very well. They were rude and unhelpful.
That's right. They even seemed to be annoyed.
Ah, annoyed. Is that like bored?
It's like disturbed.
Disturbed.
Bothered.
Okay.
Was the hotel room comfortable? No.
No, it wasn't. It was like sleeping on a rock. So that was very uncomfortable.
That's terrible.
Hmm.
What services does the hotel offer?
Breakfast?
The breakfast, but it was not very good.
Bathroom, maybe?
No hot water.
Yeah. Okay, so there might be a couple of new words there. A thief. So singular is thief, plural, irregular plural, thieves, means a person who steals objects, steals your wallet, steals your keys, steals money.
What does
Thief.
to steal mean?
Rubare, to steal. And to break into means to enter into a room with force. So maybe to break the door or to break the window. So if you break into a room, you enter with force. Okay. Okay, let's continue, shall we?
Yes.
So,
Think about.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Think about the best hotel you've ever stayed at. Write a review about it using as many of the new words as possible. Ideal, poor, polite, rude, helpful, unhelpful, immaculate, spotless, filthy, feel at home, good value for money, overpriced, not worth it. Gym, pool, jacuzzi, sauna, shuttle service, restaurant, bar. Would you recommend staying at this hotel?
Right. So you want to think about the best hotel, okay, and using any new vocabulary. Of course, students, you can invent a story if you like, or you can tell a real story. It's just so that you practice using this new vocabulary. Okay, and what's your pronunciation of ideal as well? Ideal.
Phil, do you have a good experience you would like to share?
Let me think. Okay. I'm trying to remember. It's been a long time since I stayed in a hotel. I usually stay in an Airbnb. I stayed in a hotel in the north of Lake Garda maybe 4 years ago. That was really nice. It had a good breakfast, and there was I think there was an offer. There was a special discount because it was a 4-star hotel, but it wasn't very expensive. So it's definitely good value for money. And there was a spa, and that was my first time I had been to a spa, and I thought it was boring and uncomfortable. I just don't like I don't like spas.
Really?
Yeah,
But the rest
I
of
like
you,
doing things, but the rest of the hotel holiday was nice.
that's nice. So we have some comments. Bruno, the hotel was, Bruno says, well located, of good value for money.
You say well located? I think so.
You do?
I don't know. It may be
Yeah.
something we need to find in a dictionary.
Probably not so common.
No.
Alessandra, the hotel was near the center. Good location. The room was comfortable and the staff was helpful. Great.
Did you say was helpful or were helpful?
Okay, Alessandra didn't say anything, so I said the staff were helpful.
I think in America and Canada maybe you'll say the staff was helpful, but in the UK we say the staff were helpful. So there's an American and British difference there.
And why?
And why? Because the staff. Oh, so why was the staff helpful, or why do we pronounce?
Why is this variation?
Okay, because in the UK, with words like family, team, staff, we think of it as plural, as individual people. But in America and in Canada, it is singular noun. It is one group of people. So we differentiate with singular and plural. But don't worry about that right now.
Just remember to put a verb after your subject. Raffaele, in 1994, I was at the Carrasco Hotel in the Aeolian Islands. It was on the sea and had a very nice swimming pool because it was not rectangular. Oh, that's very interesting. What shape was it? The staff was polite. There were 2 bars and the rooms were very clean and it was quiet. Oh, Karen Dochet.
Hello, Karen. Well situated or conveniently located. Okay, thank you, Karen.
Thank you. So that's one of our mysterious watchers, viewers.
Did we miss? Did we read Emanuela's? I recommend a hotel ID. I recommend an ideal hotel. Remember the adjective before the noun, with helpful people. Again, the adjective before the noun. So I recommend an ideal hotel with helpful people where you can feel at home. Stop. It is spotless with a gym, jacuzzi, and pool. Okay, Manuela, you've written a little bit of a list. Maybe you can put more punctuation, like a full stop and a capital letter. So with helpful people where you can feel at home, stop. It is spotless with a gym, jacuzzi, and a pool. Okay. Good.
Okay.
So
shall we review?
Yeah, let's review. The ways that we think of. What do we look for when we think of a review? So we look for location, the attitude of the staff. The attitude is the mentality or the behavior of the staff. Cleanliness is the noun of clean. Comfort, good value for money, and the services. The services, for example, what services were there? The pool,
We spoke about
jacuzzi,
sauna, the
sauna.
gym,
Yeah,
a shuttle service that picks you up and drops you off at the
exactly.
airport.
We have some positive and negative adjectives to describe the staff. Rude is very negative. And for the cleanliness, filthy is very negative, but spotless or immaculate are perfect, perfectly clean. Okay.
Great.
So next time you stay in a hotel, will you leave a review in English? I hope so. That's your homework, to write a review or to read reviews like on TripAdvisor, I'm not and other websites, hotel.com, booking.com, etc., etc. Okay, so thank you, Julia.
Thank you, Phil.
And thank you to everybody watching.
Have a great weekend and keep dreaming about vacations.
All right. Bye, everyone. See you
Bye.
soon. Bye.